This sounds so sad, but 2025 has been the best year of my entire life. My entire life. Why? Because I did the most things in this year in terms of like having fun, enjoying my life. I did so many activities. I was always in London doing so many things, meeting so many people. And literally this year is the most that I've ticked off of my bucket list. Like, I feel like this year, I actually lived life. Why? Because I stopped limiting myself. I stopped daydreaming and I just kind of went for it. I was like, you know what? If I want it to happen, it's going to happen now. So I need to stop daydreaming. And I say this because when I was younger, I loved daydreaming. I remember being English class because I remember English was boring. I'm not gonna lie. I was good at it, but I kept daydreaming just to get through like the lessons. And there are other ways that like you daydream. Like, I know I listen to music. I sometimes imagine myself dancing in like a music video, like, because why not, you know? Be the star of your own like music video, why not? I would daydream by watching TV shows. I would daydream by like watching animes, because I love like the fantasy aspect of it, like the whole fantasy world. I would daydream via like webtoons because I love fantasy and like creative things and whatnot, and immersing myself in them. But also daydream whilst watching Netflix shows. This could include like because I love high school themed Netflix shows. So I'll kind of daydream on me wearing outfits, like admiring the outfits and whatnot. But here's the situation. The problem is that as you get older, once you keep doing this, it's like you're young now, or the age that you are is the youngest you're ever going to be. Yeah, so if you're like 40 watching this, 30, 20, I don't care, this is the youngest you're going to be, okay? But daydreaming, like, whilst it is great, like if you have a dream you want to achieve, a lot of people daydream before they can even achieve the goal. But the problem with that is that it can cause like escapism. Rather than you actually pursuing your actual goals, you're escaping the current reality and you're not actually working towards those goals. You're not doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing. Like, you're not taking responsibility for your life. So in this video, I'm genuinely going to help you by making sure that you stop daydreaming and start pursuing what it is that you want in life, whether it be a goal, a certain hobby, traveling to another country, moving to another country. These are the steps that you can take in order to stop yourself from daydreaming and finally start doing the things that you actually want to do. And they could be as small as like starting a hobby, or starting a habit that you've always wanted to do but you've never actually trained yourself enough to do so. So the first thing that we need to tackle is, okay, what is the root of the problem? With all of my videos, I always make sure that you find out what is the root of the problem, because with everyone is very different. Like, you might do it because of fear of failure, fear of success. You might do it because of limiting beliefs, and not just into beliefs that come from like your own mindset. It could be other people having limiting beliefs on you. You might do it because I know I love daydreaming. I enjoy daydreaming. I guess to like be creative and like create my own fantasy. Like, I remember when I was young, I used to even daydream about creating like story characters and whatnot, like a whole scenario of like I would have toys that I'd play with, but I'd then create like a whole fantasy world. It was just like for 50 minutes or so, a whole fantasy world, like the show Monster High, something like that, but with my toys. Like, daydreaming isn't a bad thing. It can make you more creative, like create an idea you never thought that would actually exist, or it could like it could create a new dream for you. Like if you daydream like traveling, you might be like one day, you know what, let's do this, let's travel to a certain country and whatnot. So you need to figure out what is the root and cause of this problem, because then by finding the root of cause of this problem, you can tackle it. So by finding the root of the problem, sometimes you just know. I know because I actually enjoy it, or like it can also be like protection, so it protect you from your reality. So when I'm like stressed, or like back in the day when I was studying, I would just like daydream to like kind of not remind myself that I have exams and I'm stressed and I don't want to actually study for these exams, but I need to do it. Sometimes there'll be a distraction so that I don't have to actually follow my responsibilities and do what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so now you've got to choose now. You've got to make a decision. Okay, are you going to make the sacrifices that you need to make and put in effort and work that you need to put into this dream of yours? Or are you just gonna come to a conclusion that you've kind of outgrown your dream and it's not for you anymore, and it's more like you enjoy daydreaming it more than actually doing it? Once you've made the decision, it's best to make a decision, because then you can finally come to a conclusion with what action you want to take. All you'll end up doing is just daydreaming the rest of your life, and you'll look back and be like, oh my god, I regret that, or that was a bit pathetic of me, and I don't want that for you. I see myself as YouTube now. This is what I want to do. So I see myself as my own CEO. I'm in control of like the ideas, the content that goes out, and I need to make sure I'm on track of it and whatnot. But I still have like a 9 to 5, so I understand that I've decided to make these sacrifices because this is what I want to do. But if you want to be a CEO to a business, for like the first 1 or 2 years, or 3 years, it's gonna take dedication, commitment, just believing in yourself, because no one's gonna believe in you. You always have to put in the work, and it's going to be very, very lonely. You also need to consider that it's a unique lifestyle, so many people aren't. It might be hard networking and finding people who are in like your realm, your community. For example, I know Layla and Alex Hormozy. They spent most, like, I think the first first 18 months, I think they invested a lot of their money, like thousands of pounds, into their startup business, and they committed those 18 months to focusing on their business day and night, just focusing on it. And that was just, the 18 months was just pure commitment. And with Elon Musk and his brother, the founders of Tesla, for the first, I think, 1 to 2 years, so we're talking 24 months, or over 24 months, I think they, instead of hiring like a place that they can live in for 24 months, they decided to hire a small office where they just day and night, he coded. When they needed to eat, I think they ate food at like this convenience store, and that's what they did day and night, just consistent commitment and hard work. And that was for let's say over 24 months. Are you willing to make those sacrifices and make your daydreaming or dreams come true? So let's be honest, daydreaming is a habit. So you need to create what I call daydreaming resistance. So it's ways in which you can stop yourself or limit yourself from daydreaming. So because this is a habit, you need to train yourself. The way you can do this is by deleting certain things that you don't need, getting rid of certain things that you don't need, clearing your environment, making sure it's clean so that you can focus. For example, if you want to lose weight, maybe food apps, delivery, Uber Eats. This can be by I know I listen to so much music, so you can delete Spotify, get rid of it, or you can limit yourself on Spotify. You can cancel your Netflix account. Especially, I know a lot of people, when they're studying, I know a lot of people like probably cancel or like don't go on Netflix because they know that it's a distraction. But when I'm working on like my YouTube content and whatnot, I usually listen to music to like hype me up. Like I just played some music to like, you know, hype me up. So you can use it to an advantage. I know if you're studying, I know a lot of people like to listen to calm music. I know that. I know that if I play pop music, R&B music, alternative music, I know that if I listen to music whilst I'm working or studying, sometimes I don't focus. I know that I'm not focusing. I would opt for playing music without words. So I know I like lo-fi music, or this may sound weird, but I like the sound of rain or the birds chirping, or like the sea, the beach, hearing the sounds of the ocean splashing. It's just lovely. I don't know why, but use it to motivate you. But I think a great thing would be towards the end of the day, or like before you go to bed, set aside like 15 minutes to just daydream. Because I know that every week I have a vision board. And every week I make sure to look at my vision board to keep me on track and just remind myself, okay, this is what you want. So in a way that's kind of daydreaming, but I make sure to do no more than, let's say, 10 minutes, and it keeps me on track. Next thing that we're going to do is prioritize. So prioritize what is important and what's not. So this is for people who have like multiple types of things they daydream about that they wish they could do. Because you might be in a situation where you can't do everything. Like, let's say you want to travel, but you also want to achieve this type of job. What would be best is to take things step by step. So focus on the skills that you need to get that job, and then once you start getting used to that, then you can focus on traveling to a certain country where you want to live, so you can start learning the language or making plans to move there, or seeing if the job's available in those areas. It's also a good way for you to archive, let go of any dreams that you realize that you don't actually want or aren't as passionate about. Once you start prioritizing different dreams that you have, like towards the low priority dreams, you may start to realize that, you know, it's not actually something that I really want, and you could archive it. You don't have to like give up on it. You can archive it for now. But let's say you want to get into music, but you know that you can't become an artist just now. I know some people will become songwriters first, then after becoming songwriters they end up becoming artists. So you can try to go down that route. So prioritizing what will be the easiest step to get into that industry, and then work your way up. So following things that you daydream about is really hard when you start. When you start anything, any habit, it's going to be hard. Or if you have a goal, it's going to be hard. So you need to start creating, I've talked about this in my other videos, you start creating systems and routines that work for you. This is so that you can build your discipline muscle. For example, if you want to become a content creator, content creating is new, so it's new. You've never done this before. So starting out, it's very it can be stressful. Like, I have to record, what topics am I going to do? I need to research my needs, blah blah blah. So break it down. So let's say you have a job, or you're studying, you're going to school, but you want to do content creation. You can start on social media platforms, and you can start on YouTube. You can start on so many channels, but you need to start choosing what are the best channels for you. Because if you think about it, there's so many things to do. So instead of cramming things into one session, you can every week, every weekend, you know, you've got time off. You can spend, like, let's say, make sure that you spend 3 hours working on your YouTube channel or your social media channel on Saturday, and then 3 hours on Sunday, so that you can create progress slowly, and you can start getting used to focusing on it, and that will prevent you from procrastinating. As you start building your discipline muscle and following your systems and routines, you use evidence to defy your daydream, so that you know, okay, this is happening, I'm slowly becoming this, I'm slowly stepping into this person that I want to be. For me, this evidence has been seeing more subscribers. Every time I post a YouTube video, I gain more subscribers. Back then it wasn't as much, it was like maybe one, sometimes not. But here I'm seeing like there's more of a growth. I'm also seeing more people liking my videos, so it kind of validates that this dream is happening. So that stops you from having like fears of failure or whatnot. But I would say don't cling on to the evidence, because if something isn't working, like let's say someone does one of the videos I post might not get as many likes as my previous videos, because you're still starting out, don't let it discourage you, as your dreams will take time. It might take months, years, you don't know. But what you do know is that you decide to commit to this. Next thing is to keep being consistent until you become it. And once you do become it, don't be afraid to follow another daydream, whether it be like a new job or a new industry you want to be in. So don't let it hold you back. Don't be afraid that once you've filled the thing that you daydream about, so your dream, don't be afraid to let it go if you need to let it go and start pursuing something else. For example, Rihanna, it was a dream to become a musician, and once she became that, she ended up pursuing business, and that's become so successful. I think it's even made her so much more money, and now she's thriving in that. You may never know, some of your dreams may end up introducing you to new dreams, so don't limit yourself and hold yourself back. I have a story for you. So this is another way to use your daydream or goals to achieve another daydream, like achieve something else. So I was watching this this documentary, a Japanese male host, or it was an escort. I'll put up a photo. And when he was younger, his friends and he wanted to become a successful soccer player, but he didn't make it to the team, unfortunately. But all his friends did, and unfortunately he was left behind. And of course he felt sad. He felt like, this is my dream, and it probably broke his heart. But he ended up watching this anime. I don't know the name of the anime, but in this anime, I think it motivated him. Like you need to keep going, keep fighting, and that anime helped him become, I think it was an escort in Japan. I'm not sure. I think it was a host or escort, but he was like a male host or escort. There's a video about it if you want to watch it. I'll put it up here. And he ended up becoming, I think, a very rich and successful in what he does, and he actually was the top ones in his field. It was all because of an anime. Can you believe? I thought it was very fascinating. I think now he absolutely loves his job. He has so much money. But if you do look at the documentary, he does have sacrifices he has to make. So he can't, because of the way the job is, he can't work during the day. He has to work during the evenings. Plus he has to do some things in the job that he's wanting to do that other people might not want to do. So you need to understand sacrifices that are needed to be made to follow your dreams and your goals. That was the end of the video. I hope you like it. So let me know, what are your dreams? Is it retiring your parents? Is it buying a house with these mortgage prices that we're living in and the economy that we're living in? Or is it financial freedom, traveling, like achieving your dream job? What do you daydream about? Like, what are your daydreams? Let me know in the comments, and I hope you have a lovely day. I'll end the video, and sparkle babes, bye. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe please. All right, bye.